Hello, I'm Joseph Dillard, and welcome to the Integral Deep Listening video curricula. In Yogashastra, the early and principal Hindu text on pranayama, breathing chiefly involves two activities, inhaling and exhaling. Of these, the former is called Puraka or purak, taking the breath inside, and the latter, Rechak or recaka, discharging breath. Integral yoga and some other forms add a third, kumbhak, or retaining the breath. Integral yoga views three-part deep breathing as the foundation of all yogic breathing techniques. It notes that, quote, studies have shown that you can take in and give out 7 times as much air. That means 7 times as much oxygen, 7 times as much prana in a 3-part deep breath than in a shallow breath. Various schools of pranayama further divide the breath. For example, in what is called Deergha Swasam, integral yoga students are instructed to breathe slowly and deeply while envisioning that they are filling their lungs from bottom to top, first by expanding the abdomen, and finally the upper chest. When exhaling, students envision the breath emptying from top to bottom, pulling in the abdomen slightly at the end to empty the lungs completely. In Iyengar Yoga Pranayama, the belly is kept passive, and the lower ribs are activated first, followed by the middle ribs, and finally the upper chest, as if filling the chest from the bottom to top. Ashtanga Yoga advocates 6 different pranayama techniques practiced in a seated position with the eyes open. In the first technique, students practice ujjayi breathing while adding a pause at the end of the exhalation, a pattern called bhaya kumbhak. Then they reverse that pattern and pause at the end of the inhalation, a pattern called antara kumbhak. Once mastered, these practices are integrated into a single sequence. 3 ujjayi breaths with no breath holding, 3 ujjayi breaths with exhalation retention, and then 3 ujjayi breaths with inhalation retention. Mula bandha and Uddiyana bandha are engaged throughout, and Yalandhara bandha, the chin lock, is added only during inhalation retention. The second practice in the Ashtanga sequence combines the retentions learned in the first sequence into each breath cycle, so that the breath is held after both the inhalation and the exhalation. The third sequence builds on the second, this time adding alternate nostril breathing, and the fourth incorporates bhastrika, or bellows breath, a rapid, forceful, diaphragmatic breathing that's similar to the practice integral yoga calls kapalabhati. The more advanced practices build upon the first 4 in ever more complicated and demanding patterns. In Vinyasa, students are often taught to inhale from the top down, emphasizing an expansion of the upper chest first, then the middle torso, then the lower ribs, and finally the abdomen. The assumption is that chest to belly expansion helps deepen the flow of breath. Most types of pranayama teach awareness of 3 parts of each inhalation and exhalation: abdominal diaphragmatic, then ribs and chest. To this, pauses at the top and bottom may be added. The entire video curricula can be found at integraldeeplistening.com. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.